Dab, chat, tell him when it's wrong.
I don't know. A big China. We're into game number 1. Billy Fan Club taking on Legacy eSports. And the game versus the first seed versus the 5th. This seed, remember, just lost to You See Me, so Billy Fan Club got to be feeling pretty comfortable. There he is again, Jake, coming off the international stage after a win against North America. Still got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, Jake, a.k.a. the Tyrant. Very, very good at reading other players. Very, very reactive and quite strong up his side of the pitch. So if goals get past him, it's going to be a surprising day.
Torsos now playing back in defense. Legacy starting their pursuit in front of goals. Jake's going to dribble the ball. Doesn't get it past Legacy. Have a shot. Torsos away. Looking clear to the side. We'll just pop it on through. Could be a chance for Billy Fan Club. Legacy eSports actually keeping it down this side of the field a lot in the start of this game.
Quietly comfortable, Hysterics. That's what I reckon Billy Fan Club is. What we've learned watching them in the past, if the game pace is going slowly, they are like doctors. It's all clinical for them. Always comfortable. Almost
coming through. Torsos will find the clear. Minute into this game and has stayed down Billy Fan Club's side of the field. Up into the air, that was Drippe. Torsos to recover. It's going to be Soma who gets the ball up this wing, but Jake will follow it on down. Great second touch. We'll have a shot onto goal. Drippe sends it on down to Torsos, but he backs off. Yeah. Billy Fan Club just finding the momentum.
Yep, playing safe defensive rotations, knowing that eventually Drippe is going to smash one in. So as long as they don't concede any goals, they're in a good place.
So the great passing play from Legacy. Blitz tries to pop it over the top, but you got to deal with Torsos. Now a man of action. After coming off that stage, Billy Fan Club. Haven't called them by their old team name by accident just yet, which is good. Drippe setting the ball up for Torsos. Jake has to rotate on back. Legacy trying to dribble the ball on over the top. He's going to go back into this corner. Drippe now regains possession and want to see a lot more aggression from Billy Fan Club, but I guess, career warming up, let's say that.
Yeah, playing it nice to say. Good to see the Legacy boys have warmed up, and they're playing a lot more consistently.
Okay.
Commentator cast.
Warming up. Once more, Jake.
Nice shot, though, in that top pocket as well.
Oh, demo. Pops it on the roof. That was an error from Legacy eSports, let's be honest. 2:45, first goal for Billy Fan Club.
I thought Legacy had that defense, but felt pretty safe talking on that point.
Not anymore, Corey. You're never safe in Rocket League.
That is true. It is a game of action.
One moment, you could have the ball. Next moment, you could explode into flames. That's what demolitions are all about. Drippe's rotated on back. Ball could be good for Legacy here. First goal, at least to get them on the board. Around the wall, good touch, into the side, Blitz.
That's what we haven't been seeing today, and I'm glad Blitz is starting to pull it out forward. Great shot round, beating up both the BFC boys.
Oh, yeah.
Punching it so close to that post.
Blitz, that was nice to see. Snicky little snicky snack. 1-1.
Blitz was picked up by Legacy to be a strong offensive powerhouse coming from Team Corvidae, great at attacking. So we want to be seeing him up the front, applying the pressure that Billy Fan Club do struggle with. Short, sharp passes, low to the ground. That's generally how they lost games in Season 2. And hopefully he's the man to do it. Nice fake.
Just, fakes the ball. For a slow pass through, he's already got it past two people, but not the third. It'll be Torsos. Back over to Blitz. Legacy keep it down this side of the field, and Jake just wants to clear it away, but Legacy not having a bar of it right now. Torsos, slow it on down. Yes, he does. Drippe across goal, very dangerous, but gets it past two people. Now Legacy have to rotate on back as Billy Fan Club. Their opportunity arises. It's Drippe with the touch. Close, but Cigars there. Yeah. Blitz, damn it. It's so close. So close to being smooth.
Yeah, beautiful aerial play there by Drippe. Man we expect to see up front, punching it away, is the man that we told you guys to be looking at home.
And a shot a goal there. It's going to hit the crossbar, the touch through.
Agreed.
Torsos will just hit that post. Now it goes back over to Legacy. Jake is in front of this goal, jumps on up. Bit of dollary dues to be acquired. If they can at least get this first win on the board, push themselves up that ladder. Jake has a shot at goal right there, and then Legacy said nope. 1 minute remaining, 1-1. This goes to overtime. It will surprise us, but Billy Fan Club starting to get themselves down Legacy's side of the field.
or anyone at home, if you want to keep an eye on how the game is going, look for where Jake is sitting around the map. He is famous for having great positioning, so if he's comfortable to run forward, it means Billy Fan Club is very happy to be on the defense, and if he starts rotating back, the pressure is about to flip the Legacy side.
Jake, that's a great save. It's going to push the ball up and set Torsos up. He pops it through and outplays for 2-1.
That is a nice lead with only 30 seconds left on the clock, -1. Billy Fan Club's going to be confident going into the game 1. But Legacy has been playing a lot more consistently.
Yeah, they have been, but it kind of feels like Billy Fan Club are playing it at their speed.
That's very
And
true.
Legacy really just don't have as much control as Billy Fan Club do.
That's it. Billy Fan Club, we always called them the surgeons, the doctor extraordinaires of last season.
I never called them that.
You certainly did, you filthy liar. And that's because they know exactly where they need to be and make the cuts that count.
13 seconds remaining. Legacy have another chance at goal, but Jake and Torsos are both back. Torsos tries to dribble it around, but gets challenged away. 5 seconds remaining. His ball's going to bounce into the midfield, into this center area, but it touches the ground. And Billy Fan Club, although close, will pick up the game 1.
Yeah, quietly comfortable, I think I would call that game.
I think so. I think so. I mean, Jake, that was a great setup from goal.
Yep.
In the defense, just pushes it on up and gets a really good clear. Positioning from BFC has always been a specialty.
Yeah, if you guys want to know what positions they're most likely to be found on the pitch, read straight down that line. 4 saves to Jake, 2 to Torsos, and none to Drippe. That kind of dictates how they play. You expect Drippe at the front, the dude can punch away a goal. Jake's going to sit up the back, come forward if he's needed, and Torsos, the man in the middle, the keyboard warrior himself,
Yeah.
can play wherever he's
Keyboard warrior. Man, that's
He's the
intense.
keyboard player you're thinking of.
Yeah, but keyboard warrior means he's toxic.
He's got sick BM.
Well, I don't.
He spit flames at NA during RLCS.
Oh, well, I don't. All right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
You show me a video.
I will.
For video?
Yeah, there's VODs. It's good.
Oh, okay. All I remember was Cheesebad putting, what do you call it? Cream.
Oh, the cream pie?
Yeah. I remember that. I remember
Alpha
that.
Sydney beating NA. There was a bet going down. The Cheeseman was like, nah. OCE represent. And we did. We took down denial.
Oceanic casters and league play. Well, you're in the thick of it, of course. Game number 2 coming up for you shortly between BFC and Legacy eSports. With Legacy, of course, getting that goal means that they're going to be okay in this series, I feel. But they do need to at least pick up a game nice and early. Because BFC, in the past, they get one game, they pick up the momentum, and
they just run with
they
it.
just run with it. It rolls on down like the soccer ball. Game number 2. Brought to you by McDonald's here in Showdown Studios.
Scary moment as well. Billy Fan Club has started to warm up. And they are the kind of guys that they occasionally are known to drop a game. But if they've already warmed up, that's a good place to be. It's only going to get out of the frying pan into the fire.
Torsos, interesting pass. Well, I guess it was to himself. Sets it up for Jake. Jake trying to roll it on through. Drippe rotates on back. The ball very close into the crossbar. Legacy with the setup. The follow through is necessary here, but Legacy will not have it this time. BFC through the center field. It was Jake pushing himself up. Who's back to receive this ball? Zen himself. No. Okay, maybe not. Blitz will miss. Ball will go past him. Drippe is going to roll it on through. Gets bumped out of the way. It's a good bump. Legacy, after only a minute, have not lost a goal just yet. Interesting touch from Jake. Drippe to recover. Great recovery on the side of BFC.
Yeah, completely inverting the pressure there by that intercept by Drippe, allowing the team to go from hard defense to controlling the offense.
Jake now has to go back. He just bumps heads with Legacy. Okay. Let's see how it works here. Legacy had a shot on goal there. Comes through Soma. There's a great setup and a helping hand from Blitz.
Literally a blind spot there. Soma sniping it straight through the defensive line. Not quite looking the right way. But that pass play, as it ended up being, worked way too well. That's what we talk about. The BFC do have a bit of a difficulty accepting those low pass plays, just like the very best do.
Game 2 is a great start for Legacy eSports, especially when BFC have nothing on that goal. And now they're looking for a second one to follow up. Zen with the setup. Clear away by Torsos. Sitting in front of this goal, Jake has rotated up, or at least rotated away. Back away from that midfield, he does. Torsos now off the wall. It's Jake who's pushed himself up again. And help with the clear. Legacy now having another opportunity at this goal. Drippe will save the day.
Interesting point to make there. We did talk a lot about backboard practice from Billy Fan Club. And here we are seeing some backboard pressure, typical Oceanic play. But both of Legacy's goals so far have been low angular shots. So this is not what they've been training against his guys.
Dribble the ball himself. He gets it past one. He doesn't get it past another. Jake's going to rotate on back. BFC is still playing, I guess, a slower pace. Just having fun. I feel like fun is the name of their game today.
I reckon we should swap out the ball for a beach ball skin.
Ball skins. We can talk about that idea later. We're going to copyright that straight away. Corsos, again, second touch, having a look at the goal. Coming to fruition, you got to dream more. You got to visualize the goal to get the goal. Legacy will deal with 3 defenders. BFC, a bit of miscommunication as both Drippe and Jake jump forward. Corsos through the air, sets it up for Jake, follow through. Zen is in the way. Cataclysm events starting up for Legacy as they continue to be in defense.
Yeah, nice, safe, wide passes there for BFC, which may cost them, considering whilst they are controlling the pressure of the game and having a lot of possession, they haven't got anywhere with it in the last 30 seconds. If you're trying to score a goal, you'd rather have to make something of it. Your team's going to get more boost and get positional advantage back on you.
Grips the handbrake a little bit, turns back around to set the ball up for Corsos. And there's Drippe, another goal, and Zen. Yeah, great touch, Courier.
That's a 2-0 lead. Legacy eSports punching a nice one away, getting the read, pulling out defense. Jake just not quick enough. Or Drippe.
Could you imagine if Legacy beat BFC? How would the rankings work then?
That would be a true shake-up. And it would feel great for the Legacy boys, having never taken a game off them and then taking a full series.
Well, could it just happen again if Legacy get another goal? This game 2 is definitely going to be locked away. Yeah, definitely feel good for the Legacy guys. Here we go again. Soma, front of goal. Setting it up for Blitz. Blitz rotates on back. We'll just touch it. Nips it. Here we go. Blitz again. Gets the ball. A shot at goal! Nice one! And put that on the bench.
Beautiful defensive rotation, stopping any pressure. We turn around and then just stealing it from Torsos with that punch. You can see all of Philly fan club punching up the pitch even. They were not expecting that. You can just see the shock on their cars' faces.
I wish. Oh, face cams in the cars.
The little balloon faces.
Yes! Legacy eSports. What a great start to game number 2, and a stylistic goal like that. They now have another opportunity to get the 4th, to get the 5th. BFC have a minute to really reciprocate, but it looks like Legacy hold the cards in game 2. And a much better response as BFC fall behind early, continue to fall behind the end of game number 2.
Yeah, Legacy eSports going to take their first ever game of Philly Fan Club in ThrowdownTV play.
Well, hang on. Not yet, Courier. I believe.
Fly.
No. I believe.
You can touch the sky.
That's it. You got it. Touch the roof, touch the sky. BFC set the ball up, just trying to lob it into that goal. 30 seconds to get 3 goals. I don't know, Courier. I don't know if I believe anymore.
It is definitely hard when you're not controlling the pace of the game. Legacy slowly circling in like sharks.
Yeah, now pitching the ball against the wall. Jake Torsos has to intercept the ball to roll on through. Jake will save it, but it does not matter much as Legacy hold everything close to their chest. Philly Fan Club have no idea what they're holding. Jake, style points. He'll get it.
If you're about to go out, go with style. Nice shot there by Jake. Punching it straight back down.
Is it Hans Gruber in Die Hard? I don't know. As he would say, make my day. That's not even the right quote. Legacy eSports picking up a game against Philly Fan Club. We may just have a series on our hands. And like we said, how weird would it be if Legacy beat BFC but couldn't beat You See Me?
Well, if we look at league play for Season 2, Legacy beat nearly every single team above them in the rosters and lost against nearly every single team below them in the rosters. So Legacy are the Kingslayers. They're the king of inversion.
Legacy want to win against the better teams. The lower teams are like, nah, we don't need to care
Yeah,
about
we don't
it.
have time for that.
We need to care about them. But of course, Legacy were the 5th seed coming into this. You See Me were 6th. You See Me beat them. By default, I'm going to put them up a little bit. I'm going to say You See Me a better team than Legacy for now.
No, because if they're a better team than Legacy, Legacy would have won because that's the way they roll.
That's the way they roll. Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Nice, good point, good point. But of course, BFC dropping game number 2 means that this is going to be a little bit more difficult for them. We're expecting 3-0s, but now that the curse is broken, now that the game has changed, that's their first ever game in league play against the ex-Alpha Sydney boys.
It's going to be scary, right? Both me and Yummy were in agreement, and we talked about this before the show going live. We did think it was going to be a 3-0. So BFC would be going into this as well, being like, this should be a comfortable win. And there's going to be a little bit of shock. They're going to be on the back foot. They were not expecting to lose a game.
No, I think BFC going, whoop, that was not good. And that final goal to secure it in, that pinch into the top left-hand corner, was nice to watch. Game number 3 now, 1 apiece. Legacy eSports didn't expect them to take that one, but now that they have, everything has changed. As the ball bounces off the crossbar, Legacy have their first shot of Game 3.
Yeah, Legacy eSports already trying to get some of that pressure built. Billy Fan Club getting the clear, but not making too much of it.
Jake now off the wall, going to center it on through. He went outside the pitch for a second, looking at Inception from a different angle. Jake off the wall, trying to set it on up for Drippe. Going to send Torsos back. Send it through. Legacy eSports, still a great start. Keep the ball down this side of the field. Billy Fan Club, I mean, their defense is strong, but seen before, one mistake and Legacy just capitalized.
Yeah, they are scary. All of them are gifted 1v1 mechanical players. That's actually how they made their team anyway.
Is Torsos gifted, Courier?
He certainly is one of the only keyboard players to ever make it to RLCS. So is he gifted?
Yes.
He is indeed.
Yes. Yes. Scream 1,000 times more. Billy Fan Club, opening goal will be their momentum shifter. Legacy eSports, you may have taken game number 2, but the expectations definitely outweigh you here. Great setup. Take it back. Hysteric, take it back.
Cast a curse. Requiem for that dream there.
Oh, Legacy. Watch this one more time.
Ooh, missing the read, but getting punished by Soma. Great put away. Good communication.
Soma just came out of nowhere there. Legacy equalizing. Now, if I say something about Billy Fan Club won't get the next goal. Then suddenly they'll get it. Legacy eSports, they won't get the next goal. Suddenly they'll get it. It feels like whatever we say, its opposite is going to happen, Courier.
It's opposite day.
It's opposite day, and Billy Fan Club setting it up by Torsos, and will jump on down.
Nice
Drippe!
shot.
Caster Curse is real, 2-1.
Drippe, excellent shot, playing up in the air. We do know that the Alpha Sydney boys, now Billy Fan Club, are excellent aerial players. Great mechanically gifted fellows. All of them come together from the 1v1 ladder and be like, you know what? We get some of the best 1v1 players in the world make a team. Do you reckon we can make it? And we certainly can.
Jake will win that contest for the kickoff. Legacy have another shot at goal. Drippe, clear it away. Legacy still keep it down this side of the field. And getting it into that net is the end goal. Drippe, that's a pass back to Jake. Very nice play, but Legacy intercept could go wrong very fast. Legacy eSports down by a goal, but not forgotten just yet. As Legacy will have another chance. Drippe in the corner, gets it out. Double save, double kill, if you want to call it. No, you don't. Legacy stand, yeah, great shot at goal. But Drippe again for his 3rd save of the game.
They've finally managed to release some of that pressure, slowing down the pace
Torsos
of the game.
himself. Jake's there. The setup, the follow through. Drippe is very close. Torsos to bounce it on back. Drippe again. The ball's going to pop itself up. Interesting mechanics here from Billy Fan Club. They're just playing around with their passes, and it still looks pretty good.
Yeah, BFC hitting that post, finishing their aggressive push forward. Did mean it was a nail in the coffin for them getting a goal opportunity there, giving them time to have to build right back up again.
Moments like this put you on the edge of your seat if we ever had one. Let's get it clear away. Drippe off the wing. Right-hand side, they're going to take it on down. Legacy might have an opportunity to pop one in with the boys. A cold one. Maybe it's not. Legacy eSports are so close. But Billy Fan Club, they just had these moments of brilliance.
Yeah, Legacy getting a single pass, then going for the shot straight off the back, hoping to just try weaken up the Billy Fan Club, making them use some of that precious boost on defense before they eventually clean them out.
Speaking of boost, Jake has a full bar, pushes on up. Blitz now, rotates back Around to this ball, he's going to dribble it a little bit, but gets it stolen away by Drippe. Back over to Plitz, the center ball, not good enough. BFC get it first. BFC playing a bit more defensive in game number 3.
Yeah, it has been a lot closer. Billy Fan Club warming up after being in that first game. Tension is rising, Hysterics.
This is an interesting setup from BFC. A minute 30 remaining. Legacy still down that goal. Jake, he's pushed on out. He's left Drippe in the goal. That bounces on down. Torsos doesn't get the first response. Legacy off the backboard. Someone comes flying in. It was Zen. He will not get the initial touch. He will not get the shot. Jake's still here. The center ball. Some great plays, some great setups. BFC, as long as they keep the pressure.
Yeah, great 1v1 plays there.
He's been watching CJM.
Oh man, the prediction, getting up in the air, that's very critical. Be able to see across the map to get that air time when you see the ball coming, and the prediction is critical.
Okay, great goal.
Oh.
Drippe. All right, once more. Into the breach, dear friends, once more. Yeah, look, demolitions are cool, but you got to get the ball first.
You know what, I'm going to call that a moral victory.
I'm going to call that a BFC win.
Yeah.
Unless Legacy switch on like an LIGHT lit. Here we go. Shot into the goal. Legacy 40 seconds to play with. Create a Rubik's Cube in your mind. It's Legacy. What color are they? Well, it's different on each side. BFC, what color are they? It's blue, of course. They're on the blue side. Don't be stupid. 30 seconds remaining. Legacy cannot take shots like that again. Gonna give me a heart attack off the roof. It's Jake. He's spinning. He's winning. Not sure how, but it's happening. 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, scary moment. Billy Fan Club are adept at slowing down the pace of the game and playing it safe. So whenever they get a 3-goal lead...
Torsos! Oh, close quarters combat with 3 seconds. That's going to be it. BFC are going to take this game number 3. Ball goes whoop! And BFC, 2 bars light up.
Can I get that again, Hysterics? Ball goes
Whoop!
Thank
Whoop!
you.
How would you like it? Plop? No, maybe not.
I'm quite a fan of whoop.
Yeah, okay. Maybe not. I've realized what that sounded like. It is going to be 2 wins against Legacy eSports. And this has been... I think this has been a much more relaxing style of game. It has been more about the passes. Sorry, series. It has been more about the passes. It's been more about setting up for stylistic goals, especially in BFC's cases. And Legacy are keeping up, but it does look like BFC are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're having a great time. And I'm glad they didn't go on tilt after losing that second game of the series. But things to look forward, because we have seen that Legacy does have the potential to pull the rug out from the BFC boys. I think we need to be looking at 2 players in particular. We have seen a lot of consistency out of Soma today. Yeah. But we're going to be looking at Zen as the first one. Zen, he has been stepping up.
He has.
Zen has never actually showcased himself in last season's league play, so he's one of the few new faces we have seen to any of the rosters, and he's playing exceptionally well, considering he's going head-to-head with one of the top teams, so I just wanted to give the boy a throw out.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zen deserves it. You know, he did prove himself in the qualifiers. He has proved himself in the first series against Usimi, and was one of those players who we said, yeah, he's coming in. No, he's not that fresh, but in comparison to some of the other people we have in league play, he is not the most experienced individual. And we can see him coming into this game number 4 if he can step up again and potential take this game number 5. Jake, don't do it. He's going to pass it on back. Torsos pops it on over the top. Style points coming through from BFC. Everyone has a touch. BFC getting a close goal, or at least getting close to the goal net.
Ooh. Not quite the final touch they want there. BFC on defense, but they are typically quite comfortable here, so doesn't necessarily mean they're down.
Great save by Torsos. Keeps the dream alive off the wall. I love our observer quite a lot. Jake with the shot opportunity. BFC the follow. 1, 2, and 3. But Zen with the save.
That's what we're talking about. Zen playing up, showing why he deserves to be here in league.
Deceives us.
Yeah, deceives us.
He deceives us. Precious. I'm not going to. I already did. What am I saying? 4-10. Game's only just begun. Very entertained right now by what BFC are putting out. Legacy are also dropping it down as well. Hot beats, epic rap. Great battle.
DJ Hysterics coming to you live from Throwdown.
Jake, can he do what my name suggests and do, I don't know what Jake means. Trippe sends it on back. Back around this midfield. Go for the setup. The pass play again.
That pass play.
Ooh.
Beautiful and perfectly in to the goal with not a centimeter left on the left-hand side.
The one thing you can say about Billy Fan Club is that they just make these pass plays look so easy. And this is not the first time they've done it. This is not the first time we've seen Alpha Sydney with great macro. But hey, one of the teams we have been coming to expect. Legacy now bringing it on back. There's the action. It's Zen with the touch. Torsos in front of goal. Very rotational. Missed the Torsos. See why. Doing a good job for BFC. Legacy unrelenting. Popping on around. Legacy continue the pursuit. It is not the pursuit of happiness until they get that goal.
Great defense there by BFC. Comfortably slow. Comfortably slow.
I think it is just now relaxed. We can say it's slow, but it is relaxed gameplay. It is a time of awakening that Legacy eSports need to rush. If they start getting aggressive like they have been in game number 2, then they can pick up a win. Also missing the ball there, that's impactful. If Legacy can get a hold of it, and they do. Over the top again. Torsos over to Jake. Trippe's in the center field, great communication. It's going to bounce off the roof, bounce on down. Trippe touches it a second time. It's still over to Torsos. What is Jake going to do about it? Nothing yet. Gets it over to Legacy.
Great positional and 1v1 players. So if they have time to make a decision, know where to be, they're probably going to come out on top. So Legacy will need to pick up the pace, lower that ball height, so just smash it to places faster, or at least get those pass plays and get those crazy angle shots. So we know that both Somi, those combining players again, Zen and Flitz.
It's so exciting to watch BFC because their passing play is just so unique. But Legacy, we've got something to say about it. And Legacy themselves have an interesting play style. You could dare say that BFC are getting challenged a little bit, but just when you say that, the curse comes real. There's still that one goal up. The setup was there, not the right communication. BFC have had pretty much the longest standing team. The longest standing of three triplet players. So you expect their communication to be just this good. And there's a shot on goal again.
Yeah, I think communication's been pretty good here with Billy Fan Club. It's just the final touches haven't been exactly what they want. They don't have the consistency we've seen on those shots that we really expect from a team that have just shown us how good they can be on numerous runs.
Yeah, you're right, but they do have this whole season of league play to adjust and adapt to any given situation. And sure, they don't look exceptionally overwhelmed by Legacy, but they don't look exceptionally strong against Legacy either. Holding only that one goal lead. I said goal again, yes, I know, Legacy. Continuing their pursuit. It's a hard shove getting into BFC's side of the field. And with only 50 seconds remaining, BFC having another crack at it. This one, again, with the boys. A shot at goal over the top. Soma's there. Shining light for Legacy, but Trippe again tries to go over the top. Quick demolition by Trippe. What can they do with it? Well, Jake just passes it. Crossfield. Keeping it down this side. Trippe with the setup, the shot, the sneak. Soma. Brick wall. Really is a brick wall. His Windows firewall. Legacy have an opportunity here. 20 seconds. Legacy again. It's Zen. Close call again. Blitz. Ow! All right, baby. Clap my hands because we can be going into overtime.
Yep, they've got onto the board. Jake with a little cheeky pass, maybe not high enough, allowing Blitz to get in there. Defense not expecting the Blitz either. Maybe that guy's got some kind of cloaking device built into his car.
I don't think he does, Korea. I think that's illegal. 20 seconds.
Designed
that we're not going to talk about. You know why? Because if it's real, we've just exposed it. Legacy in front of their goal could be a dangerous move. 5 seconds until we move into overtime. Potential for game 5 is starting to weigh on our concerns. Legacy! We game 5, baby. You can't get a goal in 1 second. Cheeseman told me that last week. We game 5. Oh, Soma. Man.
so good.
So, yeah, Korea Lord. 1 second. Hands are clapped again. I think Cheeseman lied. You can get a goal in 1 second if you keep it up. I believe BFC keeping the dream alive. You're joking. The ball will eventually hit the ground. Close call. But Legacy eSports, okay, we're game 5. And now Legacy are awake.
This is getting tense. Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it.
You were going to say getting sketchy.
I was getting scary.
You were going to say getting sketchy. But Legacy eSports, taking it to game 5, not only have they picked up their first 2 games against BFC's lineup, they've now taken it to game 5, and this is their second game 5 in league play to start things off. So they're playing all 10 games possible. And if this goes into like an extra 2 minutes 50 of overtime, I'm going to say Legacy eSports are going to be wired thin.
Yeah, they're ready. That's 10 games going straight off the bat. We did promise you it would be close here at Throwdown, and
Definitely
it certainly has been.
Definitely warmed up now, do you think?
Oh, they're very, very warm.
They're hot.
Yeah,
they're steaming.
For everyone at home, remember this is first seed coming in against 5th or 6th, so that's how tight it is at OCA at the moment. These roster changes have really shaken things up. It is anyone's game going forward, so if anyone has done the Fantasy League, I'm interested to see how you go.
Oh, you pulled that up because you tried to do it before. Did it work?
I'm not going to tell you unless my predictions
Oh, no, because he's scared I'm going to steal his predictions. We move into game number 5 between BFC and Legacy eSports. And for those of you at home, you did not expect this coming through. You thought it would be a simple win by BFC. But no, game 5, here we go.
Tensions are high. Billy Fan Club expecting to win this game going into it. So if they lose this series, this will be a shake-up. Will dictate the entire path of the gauntlet.
Demolition in front of goal. Good for Legacy. Great start. First goal, 10 seconds.
Wow, Legacy are coming straight out the gates. The demos are going off. The goals are coming in, removing the defense. That is how you beat BFC. Fast, short passes, aggressive bumps, and aggressive demos. Looking good for them.
We did joke about it, but if Legacy beat BFC here, as it's a great touch-off kickoff, that means there's another shot onto goal again!
They've done it!
Legacy, second.
Ooh, Blitz is starting to pop off. He has not lived up to his typically high-score, aggressive Corvidae-style play. But in the last 2 games, this game and the last, he's starting to do it now, and it is going off.
2 goals by Legacy, 15 seconds in. If Legacy beat the first seed, but they don't beat the 6th, this is going to be weird. Another shot onto goal, and we're not sure really what to expect from BFC right now. But it will shake up the competition. Great setup from BFC. Torsos to come through. Jake again has to go back and pick up the boost ball, as Kuru would like to call it. Drippay into the air, but it's over the top of him again. Legacy with the third.
Oh my god.
This is becoming
Blitz
a reality.
Has been saving these up. Didn't pop off in the first couple of games, but he left it in the tank. 12% is our magic number in this game, and just appropriately, he's pulling it out when it matters and getting these goals.
BFC leaving their goals wide open, and Legacy eSports have just switched on all of a sudden. No, again, the bump out of the way, but the ball will go past them. Again, no one is in defense, no one's in those goals. Torsos hands it on back. The angle.
Oh my god, what is happening, Hysterics? We are walking around the street. We cannot keep together. Sentences are being strung very poorly.
Zen, great angle, great shot, in the corner, up and around the bend. Credence. 4-0. There's only a minute past, not even a minute. What the hell is going on?
We did talk about how if Legacy can get faster with their play, they'll be able to pull games, but I did not expect them to do it just like this. It is a terrifying way to counter BFC style.
You see me, you're going to be like, what the heck? That means we can beat BFC? Well, they're not sure right now. Ball's going to bounce in. Legacy with the setup again. They have 4 goals, but there's a lot of time on the clock. BFC can work with this. As Drippay passes the ball on up. Interesting angle to pass through the goal. Doesn't go into the net. Torsos off the backboard will bounce it, and a great setup in this center field if they can get a handle on it, but Legacy seem to be in control of this defense. As I say that, the setup for BFC. Close quarter combat again. Zen dribbles the ball. Oh, outplays Jake. Goes around him. It's like avoiding the tax department. You don't think you can win until you do, and you're out over in the Maldives. Don't do that. Don't take my advice. I'm not giving advice. I'm just telling you how it is. Jake, the ball's there with Torsos. BFC, 3 minutes to play with. This exciting. Legacy of 4 goals up.
And that is a magic number. If we saw anything from league play last time, Alpha Sydney lost every game where they got more than 3 goals scored against it, regardless of the score. So if past trends are to dictate, Legacy's already won.
Not yet.
No.
Let's not use past trends. BFC has surprised before. Can they surprise again?
They certainly can, Hysterics. These guys just need to get way back on their A game. The pace of the game.
Legacy! Nope. Korea.
I'm feeling good about my prediction.
Run me through this.
What a shake-up.
Run me through this goal.
They are playing low, they're playing fast, and they are giving BFC a run for their money.
Positioning's really good from Legacy Esports this game, let's be honest. They're just one step ahead of BFC. This is just nuts.
Yeah, they're positioning the ball into their opponent's goals.
Well, I mean, to be blunt, yeah, I guess they are. Legacy have 5 goals up on BFC and struggling a little bit to get this momentum. The first seed, or at least what we called them by, because of how successful their team was in the past, has been trumped by the 5th, sorry. We called it the 6th after you see me. We call them the first, we don't know. Legacy are in control. 2 minutes remaining off the wall. They're going to continue their onslaught. This is BFC's chance at the first goal, but we don't see it really coming into fruition unless Torsos can get past, but clears are trying to come out from Legacy. The set up there from Drip Bay. No, they can't get it through. This is crucial.
Getting some little bit of anger out, getting some cheeky little bumps there by Drip A. We have seen the pace of the game slow down, and that is the first goal. Drip A slamming one in. 4 goals to go. 1 minute 37 left on the clock. Definitely doable, Hysterics, but they are really pushing it.
I mean, it was a nice goal, and Drip A just comes flying in out of nowhere with the help of Jake.
Definitely one of their key strikers.
Yeah,
excellent player.
But that is 4 goals, still separating you from Legacy Esports. Were they playing? Was this just some kind of miracle from Legacy Esports? We think not. We think not, but what else can BFC do?
They're going to have to play uncharacteristically fast, winning these 1v1s, using the skill set they built up on that 1v1 ladder to get round the other team, because time is against them, even if they have the skills.
Legacy get it on pass as it roll in again.
No.
6th goal. Yeah, look, you don't want to call it over, but it's getting there.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the fat lady. She's at the door. She's like, this is my time. Is this set?
Like, it's the glass, you're going to get the wine glass set up. You know, she starts singing in a monotone, and then you're like, it's not breaking just yet. Yeah, warming up. Do 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 do. That's how it works.
I don't know, run with it.
Do 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 do. No, the root sandstorm. No, okay. 1 minute. And Legacy are cramping my style right here because they got their own flavor happening. 1 minute remaining. Jake finally gets it past. Great setup. He's going to get it near this post, near the net. Torsos over the top. The aerial looks really uncoordinated from BFC. 45 seconds. I think Legacy have just taken it. Yep. Zen is going to make sure Legacy have just beaten number 1.
Joe, dear, and Zen is here.
You're actually not a bad singer. But that wasn't, you meant to go like F sharp. You know, the high note. Yeah, that's perfect. 40 seconds. Legacy will lock this one down unless BFC are criminals, animals, or what is a combination of the two. Not too sure. BFC, a big surprise in game number 5. One that we are going to remember for a while. Not only have Legacy picked up their first games against the BFC lineup today in league play, they have picked up their first series win against the top team.
Can you say Brazil this game?
Brazil.
Definitely feels like
I don't get that, Drew. I don't get that at all. Okay, well, 5 seconds remaining. You know exactly how this game's gone. You know exactly how it's going to go. Legacy Esports in a big upset in our week 1 of league play will take the series win over BFC.
just wow. I want to see Yummy's face.
We will shortly. We will shortly. Legacy with Zen leading the charge. And you said at the start, you were like, hey, Zen is like really stepping up.
Yeah.
In that game, everyone stepped up. Soma was a god, Blitz was a god, Zen was a god, Cheese Man, that was, let's say, unexpected.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a 3-0.
Yeah.
You know. What a series from Legacy. We've seen them really show up in that last game. But the big turnaround point for them is right at the end of game 4, where they took that shot, and Drupe just was meant to save it and just disappeared. And I think from then on, there was no comeback from Billy Fan Club. That was the clincher for Legacy Esports, and it's really good to see. The teams coming through the community qualifiers, we wanted to know how they stepped up against the invited pro teams.
Yeah.
Well, they've stepped up.
Yeah, that's what I love. We look at we look at Zen. I'm so flustered. This has caught me entirely off guard. Zen had a higher score than the entire BFC team that game.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that wasn't even in our league play last season. So the new kids are coming to the block, and they are coming in, punching and kicking.
Zen played a fantastic series, but BFC, let's talk about how they felt as a team, because you're talking about Drippe and Torsos. Was there just a moment where BFC were kind of like, let's try this. This is not working. Let's try this. That's not working. Why isn't anything working? I don't know. Let's just...
We saw a real big change up in the micro of their gameplay.
Look, the macro was great.
Don't encourage
the macro.
The micro.
All right, the micro.
We'll talk about that. Normally we see Alpha Sydney in the past, they get the ball up high, they get a lot of high passes going on, and this game, this series, they were keeping the ball on the ground a lot more. They were going more grounded passes, and the ground passes were working, but their dribbles were not. Every single time they grabbed the ball, they kept it on themselves, and they got dunked. Legacy Esports had those 50-50s, Soma, Zen, and Plitz, all perfect, and it even amalgamated into that excellent pinch play all the way from one end to the other in the top left corner. And that's how Legacy beat them.
That's actually a really interesting point you brought up there, Yummy. Because they have Soma, who's really good in the midfield, really good at 1v1s. Then they took the Corvidae player Plitz, who's amazing up front and great at 1v1s. And you take Zen, who came out of nowhere and might as well just be one of the gods of this game. And you get all three of them, and then BFC is like, let's not do aerial plays. Let's meet you guys on the ground. And the team of Mole Men are like, done.
Also, Zen is a keyboard player up against Torsos. So now we've got the question, who's the better keyboard player? Is it Zen or Torsos? Well, right now
Zen
it's
now.
Zen.
It's Zen now.
1v1. 1v1.
Now, of course, with this win, Legacy have just trumped the #1 of our league play. At least, the team that went internationally and beat North America. You don't just do that and walk away and be like, yeah, that was fine. We didn't need to beat you, see me. They're now 1-1. And I'm not sure where we rank anyone anymore. Like, what happens now?
I guess we have to wait till the end of the day because everything's up in the air. We just got to see what happens at this point. I said at the beginning, we can't really read it. Everything in OCE has changed. And we've even seen in the community tournaments, Billy Fan Club haven't been performing as well. But we expected, as soon as it got big, that's where they perform. Well, Legacy can perform big as well.
Yeah, it's like we expected them to not perform as well, being like, still win 3-0 but have close games. And now it's no. Just 3-2. No.
And Brazil right at the end.
Yeah, and Brazil right at the end, right?
Well, let's see if Billy Fan Club can change things up because they will be versing the other team next. And honestly, I have no idea where to rate them. We are going to have a